Swindon, hoping for their Premier League debut next season, go into tonight's playoff with a healthy 2-goal lead, and they'll be hoping for another great start. But they won't be counting on anything. Ross McLaren is doubtful with a hernia injury. And player boss Glenn Hoddle will undergo a late fitness test on his groin strain sustained on Sunday. Goalscorer Craig Maskell may be overlooked in favour of the battling Steve White up front to add fight to the attack. But Hoddle's side will be looking for a better second-half performance than the first leg if they're to ensure a place at Wembley.
The players arrived at Tranmere nervously contemplating a trip to Wembley. They had a 2-goal advantage, but would it be enough?
Division 1 playoff with Tranmere this evening. Highlights of the game will be shown later on HTV. So if you really don't want to know the result, we do have a report coming up, so you may want to leave the room for a few seconds. Otherwise, from Prenton Park, here's Stuart Mack with details of tonight's game.
Swindon Town make the playoff final at Wembley, beaten 3-2 by Tranmere Rovers on the night, but on aggregate win 5-4. Goals from John Moncur and substitute Craig Maskell now give Swindon Town a chance to make it into that Premier League. This is Stuart Mack for HTV Sport at Prenton.
Tremendous. What a sight! Get in there! We fucking did it!
Tranmere, tickets go on sale at the County Ground on Saturday for their Wembley battle with Leicester City for a place in the Premier League. Swindon fans have been allocated the West Stand at Wembley, an estimated 33,000 tickets. Our commentator at last night's crucial second leg game at Tranmere, Alan Parry.
Cleared by Summerby and a good clearance too, picked up by Ling. They've got 4 players forward here, Swindon. Ling going alone for the moment and turns it to Moncur. It's a goal! Swindon have scored. John Moncur. Nevin. Done well, Nevin. It's a good cross too, and turned in, yes. Proctor gets the goal. Proctor's cross. Malkin going up with the goalkeeper, who did really well, but it breaks to Nevin. Yes! It's 2-1 to Tranmere. Well, Mitchell is suddenly gifted a ball, and he's got Maskell up in support here, and finds Maskell, and it's saved, but Maskell has scored. That should be enough now to send Swindon Town to Wembley. They'll keep going forward, they'll keep playing, they'll keep trying. And Morrissey goes down, and it's a penalty. Hoddle's challenge has given Tranmere Rovers another lifeline. And he's taken that chance. They've got to get on with it.
But fortunately for Swindon, they didn't, and the final score means Swindon go through to the final 5-4 on aggregate, and that final will be played at Wembley on May the 31st.
But it was Swindon who ended with the big prize, the promotion final at Wembley on May the 31st against Leicester. But a lovely finale last night as the build-up began at the County Ground today over the huge demand for Wembley tickets. As Glenn Hoddle was chased for an autograph, Swindon and Tranmere fans applauded each other, just like the old days, a point not lost on Swindon's team.
The football supporters up here through and through, and that's the kind that you want to come to games, and it's a pity for them they're not there, but we're fighting for our lives, and we're delighted to be there.
At the County Ground today, the phones never stop ringing with ticket requests. They go on sale on Saturday, and there'll be no shortage.
Wembley now holds just over 73,000. We've got 35,000 coming down for our supporters. So at the end of the day, we should be able to appease everybody. Last time Swindon were there 3 years ago, we took 32,500. So everybody should get a ticket who wants one.
Happy Wembley memories of 3 years ago, but how much will they make from Wembley '93?
I don't think we'll make anything from the Wembley final if we actually go to the Premier League because of the contractual arrangement with players and so on and so forth. I think all the income from the Wembley final will be absorbed by the contracted arrangements, but there's great benefits to be had when we get to the Premier League.
But will player manager Glenn Hoddle, away from the club today, be able to resist possible overtures from top London clubs?
Obviously, there's going to be a lot of speculation, and there always will be. But, you know, the job we've got to do is to look after Swindon Town, and that's what we aim to do, and Glenn feels the same way as me. I mean, I know it's understandable that questions will be asked about it, but until, I mean, the goal we're going to achieve is to get promotion for Swindon Town.
And promotion of sales in the club shop today. The fans are getting geared up for Wembley in 11 days' time. So the Wembley tickets are on their way. The shop here is busy. The cash register is clicking. Swindon Town are in the money. The team have made it to Wembley. Yes, this club in all departments is up where they belong.
Well, Swindon Town have made it through to the playoff final at Wembley.
After seeing off Tranmere last night, they'll now face Leicester for a place in the Premier League.
They came to Prenton Park to rehearse for Wembley. After all, their side were ahead 3-1 from the first leg. But it was a roller coaster ride for Swindon Town. The match had it all. The excitement, the tension, the disappointments, the drama, and even the song and dance act. The volume was on full blast, the fans at fever pitch. On Merseyside, they expect entertaining football, but no one could imagine what was to come. It was Swindon who scored first. Busy Martin Ling made all the running. John Moncur put it into the back of the net. Swindon probably felt it was all over bar the shouting, but far from it. Tranmere turned up the heat, and Mark Proctor retaliated in the dying seconds of the first half. Rovers thought they'd taken the lead when Fraser Digby was forced to save on the line. Was the ball over? The referee said no. But Rovers did claim the next goal to make it 2-1. Pat Nevin took advantage of a nervous defence. Tranmere had to throw the troops forward. After all, they're on the verge of an amazing comeback. But it meant that Swindon had more room to manoeuvre, and Maskell's determination in front of goal brought them back level. And in the final twist in a tense and nerve-wracking game, Glenn Hoddle's trip allowed Kenny Irons to score the penalty that made it 3-2 on the night. Town's nerve held out just, and with a 5-4 aggregate, they booked their place to Wembley. The scenes were unforgettable. Screams of utter jubilation. And gracious in defeat, a rare footballing gesture. Tranmere fans congratulate the victors. Handshakes and hugs for the fans who are going to Wembley.
Yeah, it was great. Not many fans would have done that. Yeah, it was really good.
But the proudest and loudest reception is for the players and the manager who got them there.
Unbelievable, unbelievable. I mean, it's 3-2, but we're at Wembley. I mean, that's what matters now.
The football supporters up here through and through, and that's the kind that you want to come to games, and it's a pity for them they're not there. But we're fighting for our lives, and we're delighted to be there.
So Town get a second chance at Wembley, and the prize, Premier League football.
Emotional stuff, and I'm not even a football fan.